Hi everyone. As many of you will know, we first announced our intention to establish South Africa Energy Coal as a standalone business and broaden its ownership in late 2017. The aim of our decision and the process that followed was to increase local ownership in a way that ensured the business was sustainable and in line with South Africa's economic transformation agenda. We have invested significant capital since that time to sustain production, meet the business's take or pay rail obligation and supply coal to South Africa's state-owned power utility Eskom for domestic power generation. Our vision has been that the business becomes sustainable, black-owned and operated with an ownership structure that includes employees and the communities closely associated with the operations. Through a fair, thorough and transparent process, we identified Seriti Resources as the right owner and operator of the business, together with employee and community trusts which will each receive a 5% shareholding. We reached a formal sale agreement with Seriti in November 2019 and we then needed to satisfy a number of conditions before the divestment could be completed. These conditions included approvals from the Minister of Minerals, Resources and Energy, the Competition Tribunal of South Africa and other foreign competition authorities and Richards Bay Coal Terminal. Today, I'm pleased to provide you with an update on our negotiations to secure the support of Eskom and National Treasury in order to receive its approval for the transaction, which is the remaining material condition. While we are still concluding these negotiations and finalising documentation, recognising the critical role that the combined business with Seriti will play in supplying the power utility, we have committed to provide additional support that will underpin the sustainability of South Africa Energy Coal under Seriti's ownership. In doing this, conditional on the transaction concluding, we have agreed to modify the original terms of the sale and purchase agreement, relinquishing our entitlement to a deferred consideration payment and the small upfront cash payment that was due on transaction close. We have also agreed to a funding package that provides Seriti with the $50 million facility to undertake the restructure of certain loss-making mining areas at South Africa Energy Coal in the near term. The package will also provide $200 million for rehabilitation activity at South Africa Energy Coal over the next 10 years. The restructure facility will be repaid if coal prices exceed an agreed threshold over the 10-year period and is expected to be drawn down by the end of FY22. The first payment towards the rehabilitation activity will be made in July 2021. We believe this package will enable Seriti to continue to operate the business safely and sustainably into the future for the benefit of all its stakeholders, including employees, local communities and Eskom. In order to further fund the business and ensure its sustainability, Seriti intends to enter into a separate 5-year facility of up to $120 million with commercial banks that will be supported by a South32 subsidiary guarantee. For South32, today's announcement marks an important milestone towards reshaping our portfolio. Following completion, the deal will significantly simplify our business, with South Africa Energy Coal accounting for 40% of our employees and contractors, 35% of our closure and rehabilitation provisions, and nearly a quarter of our average capital expenditure in the past 5 years. The divestment will substantially reduce our capital intensity and improve the group's overall return on invested capital and underlying operating margin. This change will support our strategy to reshape our portfolio and advance our development projects which have a bias to base metals that are essential in a low carbon future. We now look forward to completing documentation with Eskom and Seriti and receiving National Treasury's consent before safely and sustainably completing the transfer of our ownership in South Africa Energy Coal to Seriti. Thank you.